Hi, my name is Daniel Nersessian, and welcome to my blog again. Today, I would like to talk about how I normally deal with culture, or in the past, I've dealt with cultural change. And as you know, I've been kind of moving around and traveling a little bit myself, and how it's been affecting me, my lifestyle, me as a person, and how I've been developing, adapting to different things, to different culture values, and things like that. Well, to begin with, again, if you don't know, I come from Armenian background. My parents are Lebanese Armenians, and I was born in Canada, in Montreal, Canada, and they immigrated to Canada when they were teenagers. So basically, I come from this mixture of background of Lebanese Armenians and slash Canadian, basically. So we've basically my family has a mixture of cultural backgrounds, which has potentially influenced my life in a lot of ways. But unfortunately, there's another bonus to that. When I was 4 years old, I ended up moving to Armenia, and there you go, another cultural, totally new culture, totally new environment, different way of people thinking. So when I was young, it didn't affect me as much because I didn't understand much. So I would go with the majority culture flow, which was Armenian, and I would have to live like an Armenian and basically do everything else that the majority of people did, and to a certain extent get influenced by my family's culture values. On the other hand, when I moved back when I was 17 to Canada, um, that's the time probably I would say I went through the toughest culture change, because when until you're 17, you're kind of established in your ways and your thinking and stuff. So a lot of times I found that there was always misunderstanding with certain people. Like I would be like a little bit more forward in my thinking and my thoughts, and I would just say out loud what I think to people, whereas people would be a little bit more conservative and would just back off and not say things directly. So there's kind of like, and I found often that things were just getting really awkward. The good things with me when it came to cultural adaptation was me generally being good with languages. So as you can see, my English is almost flawless, so I barely have an accent, and I've been able to develop that over the years, which was really good, because at first I did have a noticeable accent. Another thing I try to see is when I'm in any culture, I try to observe my environment. I try to see immediately what kind of values people have, and what people think. And I am the kind of person that likes to be like the majority, and I don't like to stand out in a crowd, so I would tend to adjust right away. So a couple tips I can give to just anyone moving, relocating, or changing cultures, or even just going for a visit, traveling. Um, I would say, for your own sake, for your own emotional sake, try to see what people value most in that culture. Try to see how people think, what people focus on, because in other words, especially if you're going somewhere long term, you definitely want to pick up some of those values with people, the way they think, what they do, and definitely they'll start appreciating that. Just the fact that you're valuing their values, and you taking them, and they see that you're not indifferent. And I could make a small critic regarding Armenians, and Armenians from Armenia especially. They have this drawback in the sense that when they move to another country, they tend to have this ego or pride, I would say, that they think that they're the best in the world, although they're taking advantage of other countries' resources. But they still think they're the best, and other cultures are not worthy, or they don't deserve of their attention. They tend to stay indifferent, not adapt, and like 4 years go by, and they're still the same, they think the same, and they act the same, which is very frustrating, and they absolutely show no respect for the other culture. So this is one small critic for Armenians just in general, but overall, these are the key values to adjusting to another culture. Thanks very much for watching this. Please don't forget to subscribe, and hope to see you again soon. Thanks.